All right, so we're coming to you from Silver Springs today. We're going to be doing a trip down to Paisley, and we're going to be visiting some Disney history here in North Central Florida. We're going to be taking a little different route than what most people probably take, and we're going to see if it actually works. If not, you're in for a fun ride. My name's Jake, and yeah, this is kind of like my first video of doing stuff like this. I've kind of made some videos here and there, and I didn't feel like I had the right gear. Now I think I do. Still don't have all the gear I'd like, but we're going to see what we can do. All right, we'll catch back up here in a little bit once we get to some more free road and not in traffic. So we're out here in East Silver Springs now. We just made it over the bridge, and we're heading out towards the Ocala National Forest. So my plan is to head out there and then hit up some of the old forest roads to get down to Paisley. I'm going to be honest, never really ridden off-road in sugar sand, so we're going to see how it goes. Worst case scenario, we might hop on some of the old lime rock roads, which are a little more sturdy, more firm, and bounce on down south. But, you know, why not? Let's try some of that sugar sand. I'm on a 2020 Triumph Tiger Rally, not the Rally Pro, but the Rally. So I don't have all the bells and whistles that some of the Rally model or Rally Pro model would have. But it'll be fun nonetheless. We'll see what happens. And like I said, if it's beyond my skill level, we'll probably hop on the Lime Rock Road or head back onto Hardball, kind of like what this is. All right, so we are here at 40, and what was this road called again? This is one of the old forest roads. Forest Road 97. Yeah, so this is all sugar sand. I want to do it, but I'm not too sure. I just took off all the ABS and traction control so we can get some off-road. So our tires don't spin once we hit sand and it starts spinning, or so the tires do spin, because the ABS traction control will limit your tire spin. Luckily, this road meets up with a Lime Rock Road, I want to say in a mile or so. So I guess we will see how this goes. If it's sketchy, we just turn back around. Oh my, this super fucking sketch. Okay, all right. And I just fucked myself, I think. I don't think I'm up for this yet. And I killed the bike. There we go. Okay. Well, you live and you learn. Like I said, I'm not super comfortable in this yet. So we will turn back around. All right. So that was kind of a debacle. Kind of a pain getting out of it. Because once you don't have speed, you have like no traction, no way to get out. So we are just gonna get up here, this next little spot, see how it looks. Like I said, I think this one up here is a Lime Rock Road. If it's the one I'm thinking of, then I think we will be pretty good to go. Yeah, if anybody watching this video knows or is competent in riding in the sugar sand and all that stuff, or knows any place around here to get lessons in how to ride it, please let me know, because I definitely would be interested in doing it. Because I really don't have any experience in it. I came from Montana, where we have mostly all this kind of like hard packed dirt, mud, that kind of stuff. Nothing crazy like that. Rocks, a lot of rocks, a lot of rock roads. But yeah, I've never really ridden in the sand. And to me, it seems very sketchy, because everything I've read, you just want to basically gun it, let your front wheel kind of do its thing, even though it feels kind of sketchy, and then stand so you're, changing that center of gravity up a little bit. But we gave her a shot. I didn't feel comfortable with it, and I don't feel like getting dead today. I think this is our road here. Yeah. Yeah, so this one goes from a hardball road to, I think, the Lime Rock Road. Yeah, so this is the Ocala National Forest. Not a whole lot out here, except for, the rainbow people everybody talks about, which are people that live in the woods, I guess. I don't know. I think that's OHV parking. I think that's where that trail we were on meets up with this road. We're going to continue down this one. And right here's where it turns into Lime Rock Road. All right. Or a Lime Rock Road. It's not the name of the road. Boom. There's all these cool little trails out here, which would be fun to explore. But the thing is some of these little roads, they're all sugar sand like that one I just tried to get on. And then they are super tight, like not single track. They're kind of like that. But if you don't have, or you have a bunch of tree cover above you, so then you can't really stand up too well, so you're kind of like scrunched over. And this is kind of a taller bike. I don't know. I'm probably just talking out my ass. But we're going to head down this road until we can't go any further, I believe. And then we hook a left.
In this clip coming up right here, we have a bear in the middle of the road. Kind of caught me off guard. It's pretty cool though. I mean, you see bears out in the forest. But with that being said, the next few clips of audio weren't great because I was having issues with my headset connecting to my camera. So I'm just going to overlay some music here, and we'll kick back in once the audio gets better.
Guys out there, I didn't see him, but... Well, we're at a crossroads. Let's see where we is. Still got nobody behind us. All right. So yeah, this is the road where I want to hook a left. So that's going to take us down, what is this little town? I'm not sure what it's called. Anyways, it shows Lake County Station Firefighter, or fire station there. So we'll hook a left. Let's keep going. So I don't know if I got that on camera where I just ate shit, but it was right over there. I was going right when I should have came left down this road. But I just stopped for some water. It's pretty hot out. It's about 97 is what the bike says, 98. But yeah. Anyways, tipped the bike over. Luckily I got road guards on, and I put these handlebar guards on a couple months ago because I had a buddy, Ricky, who decided to tip the bike over and destroy this whole front lever and the master brake assembly, messed up the subframe, so the windshield was broken, but I got parts and fixed it all up. Anyways, we're going to get going. And, you know, I think I've had enough sand and everything for today, so I think we're going to hit up and get on a a hardball road. We're starting to get into neighborhoods where people live, so that's kind of fun. Roads shouldn't be too bad now. But we're just going to take her nice and easy. No sense in beating ourselves up. Yeah, the downside of going on those roads in the summertime, got a little squirrely there. Oh my God. I think we got on the throttle a little too much. And if I could get back into the tracks and not have that happen, it'd be great. All right. This is how you pick your bike up. Hopefully you've been deadlifting, because if not, it's going to be a bitch. Sorry for messing your road up, people. All right. Woo. All right. If I'm breathing into the mic and making heavy breathing noises, sorry. Just riding in the sand kicks your butt, dude. But this trail's too cool not to post. All right. But like I was saying before we got squirrely there, riding on these sand roads is fun and all, but you can't go fast enough to get wind going over you, really. So you just get hot. You just melt. You want to stay out of that middle section of the road. That's where it gets all deep and shitty. And I don't know if I have the right tires or not. I bought the bike from a guy down in Miami, and he didn't really do this type of riding, but he's got the Dunlop something or others that were on it, and I haven't changed them. They're not a super knobby tire, but everything I read is like they're pretty decent for like 50-50 riding. Maybe I'm just going a little too much. Probably need something knobbier. That would make sense for that sand. This is a cool road, though. Definitely smell the pines out here. It smells like Montana in the summertime. Got a little hole. Yeet. Yeet. Oh, look at that. We got some pavement. Getting spoiled in here. All right, I'm going to put us in road mode. Actually, let's do sport. Oh. Do we need to stop? I thought you could switch those ones on the fly. I know to do off-road, you got to be like stopped. Sport? Oh yeah, we're in sport. Probably because we tipped it. The traction control's off now. Sometimes you got to restart the bike to reset it because it has a tip sensor. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're first, and we're gonna head out. Oh, guess we're not first. There we go. All right, that was weird. All right, I think we're gonna come up to Highway 19 up here. Oh, feels so much cooler already. Just going faster. All right, so this is Highway 19, State Road 19, whatever you want to call it. Let's just do not pass. Well, that deputy's going fast, so we'll go about 55. Like I said earlier, this is one hell of a way to go see some weird Disney history. The Boys Ranch, where the boys go to do ranch things like shower together and watch PG-13 movies. Oh, there's Marion County, so we could meet up with Marion County that way. Look at all these oaks. Gorgeous. This is the real Florida. Not Disney World, not all the stuff down in Orlando. So we took a trip right after we moved here up to Silver Glen Springs. So if you go the opposite direction of what we're going right now, that takes you right to Silver Glen. Anyway, we have no family here, so I think it was like our second Christmas here. We decided to go kayaking, and we went kayaking on Christmas Day at Silver Glen, not Silver Springs. And I believe we stopped at that gas station right there and got some drinks and stuff. Because this is Altoona. But yeah, so I have been through here. I just don't remember it. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I have probably gone through Paisley. Because I remember being on this road. Okay. It's a nice little curve. Welcome to Paisley, Florida. So this is the terminus of our trip today. Like I said, we're coming down here because Paisley is an integral part to the Walt Disney story. If you didn't know, Walt Disney's grandparents, maternal grandparents, there we go. Familial is just family. Yeah, I know. Anyways, his maternal grandparents lived here. And another fun fact, um, his mom and dad actually got married here. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I turned off here, because it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot here to see, to be honest. I guess we'll kind of poke around a little bit, but we actually passed where I was wanting to go on our way into town here. Anyways, I guess his aunt lived here too. I'm not quite sure where the house supposedly is, but she lived here, and I guess Walt Disney actually visited here quite a bit. Or not quite a bit, a couple times maybe? I don't know. Right now I'm just talking out my ass. But there's a picture, I guess, of him on his aunt's porch. Ooh, the pirate's poop. That rings a bell. I think I have been through here before. Oh, gotta go 20 miles an hour. Don't want to run over children. Where's the school? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think Paisley's definitely one of those blink and you'll miss it type communities. But there's nothing wrong with that. You know, they made it. They got a Hunt's Brother Pizza. Oh man, that just smells like small town gas station. This is going to be an interesting start. Look at us go. I haven't had a start from a stop like that on a motorcycle since I moved to Florida. That's pretty crazy. Oh, going back through the school zone. I don't know where the school's at, but I guess there's a school up here. Maybe that's the Baptist church. They could have a school. I don't know, man. This guy don't want to wait. Maybe the school's that way. Anyway. Oh, it's the library. Any small town in Florida, is going to have a Dollar General. Oh, they're open. They look like they're definitely closed. We got pizza and wings. Palermo Pizza. If you're in the area, check out Palermo Pizza. Best pizza in all of Paisley. Granted, it's probably the only good pizza in Paisley, because the other option you got is Hunt's. And the real draw for us at Paisley is up here. It's about, let's say, maybe a mile from where we're at right now. But we'll be there shortly. All right, here we are. So this is the graveyard for Paisley. It's called Poinciana Cemetery. Oh, hitting it a little hard. Sand surprised me. Sand's everywhere in Florida, even at the cemetery. All right. It's a cute little cemetery. Small. Got a little gazebo here. I think this is where we're going to park for the moment. All right. All right, so I'm going to leave you mounted on my helmet. I'll walk out here since we're by ourselves. We don't have anybody that, we need to film as well or whatever. I don't know. I also don't have anything to hold the camera on. But we are coming up to Walt Disney's grandparents' resting site. So as you can see, I have a little bench here. And it's painted like Mickey Mouse, kind of funny. And you have here Charles and Hanella Call. Got a little Mickey over there. This is where they are buried. Got tons of stuff here where people paid their respects. Normally you leave a penny if you're just visiting, but I forgot to bring any. But it's kind of neat. A lot of people have been out here to, show their respect and kind of like, I guess, tied to Walt Disney World. I mean, without, them, and obviously multiple generations before them, but without them, Walt Disney's mother would have never been born, and then ultimately Walt Disney would never have been born. And then you don't have the mega corporation today that is the Walt Disney Company. But it's kind of fun, neat that we have a little bit of Walt Disney history here in Lake County, Florida. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from my house. Obviously, we drove from that way out of the forest and made it kind of a little treacherous drive, but you don't have to do that if you want to visit yourself. It's up here at Paisley, Florida. And then obviously you're going to come here to Poinciana Cemetery. Nice little cemetery. Seems to be well taken care of. I guess there's a road we could have driven on, but I think walking a little bit after riding and falling off the bike is good for us. Super cool. Charles and Henrietta Call were the grandparents of Walt Disney. The Call and Disney family moved to Florida in 1884 from Kansas. The family settled on land about a mile north of Paisley. Charles and Henrietta's daughter, Flora, married Elias Disney in 1888 and later moved to Chicago, where Walt Disney was born in 1900. As a child and an adult, Walt was a frequent visitor of Paisley with his aunt, Jessie Call Perkins. Cool. Yeah, so like I said, this is kind of our trip here is to visit the graves of Walt Disney's grandparents, and they lived here in Paisley. Like I said, if you want to visit, it's Paisley, Florida, and it's going to be the Point Siena Cemetery. And then we got obviously Mickey Mouse stuff everywhere. Everyone else has come to pay their respects. Normally you put a penny on if you're visiting the grave, I believe, and then other denominations to note if you knew them or family or something along those lines. But yeah, it's a fun little tidbit about Central Florida. You have a little Disney history before Disney even happened, or Disney World happened. So the Disney family and extended family has been here, since the 1800s. It's kind of exciting. Anyway, I think we're going to head out. Gonna walk back over to the bike. So we parked over here by the gazebo. There is a road that goes around. I noticed it as I walked up. Like I said, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. Try to show some respect here, not walk over people's graves. Look at that bike. Beautiful tiger. All right, so that was the Point Siena Cemetery in Paisley, Florida. We're going to be heading out, go back to Ocala. I'm probably not going to record the drive home because it's just going to be me on the highways, backroads of Florida. It's nothing too crazy. But I appreciate you watching. If you liked it, please subscribe. If you don't subscribe, cool, whatever. If you want to share the video, do whatever. I just appreciate you watching. This is kind of not my first foray into making videos, but I think I'm going to start doing it more regularly. Try to find my stride and what works for me. But with that being said, we're going to sign out, and we'll see y'all later. All right, bye.